favorite topic, the DCU. I think we talk more about the DCU than the MCU at this point. I think.
Sadly.
Well,
Well,
the
I mean, there's also a
DCEU.
writer's strike going on, so I think a lot of things have been delayed as far as MCU is concerned. So there's no other news outside of
Yeah, and
are there have there been delays? I think I've heard some rumors
there
about
has been
delays.
delays, but I mean, for the most part, everything from Marvel had come out. I think.
Hmm.
The most recent being the Secret Invasion. Which did you watch? Exactly. I didn't either. And I think that's why we weren't talking about it
Mhm,
versus the DCU. For better or for worse, I've been going to the theaters and watching them still.
mhm.
Which, honestly, not as bad as people say they are. Like, I'm being real here. They could be way better, but they're definitely not as bad as people say. The Flash, for example, I enjoyed my time with it. Um the I don't want to say graphic. What's the word?
CGI?
The CGI. Yeah, it escaped me. But yeah, the
Oh,
CGI
okay.
was fucking terrible, and I think
Uh-huh.
maybe that's why I couldn't come up with the word because the CGI was questionable at best for the Flash.
Mhm,
I don't know if you've seen screenshots of it, but yeah, they're not Photoshop. Those are from the real movie. They are that
mhm.
bad. Um, Directors later went to say that it was a style choice, and then I would like to ask them why that was a style choice because it was
Well, I
very
think it's a
laughable.
politically correct way of doing it. It's just I think it was just
Wait,
DCU
how?
was in its last leg. Not
How?
politically correct, but it was just
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
like
That's why I'm like, wait,
it
how is
was a
it politically
classier thing. It
correct?
was like kind of that taking the high ground, basically.
Wait, how
I don't know why
so?
I say politically correct. Like no, it's just like let's say I don't know. Example. Come up with one, Daniel. Come up with one. It's like if you're like if you and your significant other decide to break up,
Mm-hmm.
you decide to take the higher ground, be
Mm,
like, oh, it's kind of my fault, and it's just all on
okay.
me, just to kind
Okay.
of relieve
I
of
see what you're
everybody
saying
of
now.
the drama. It's just kind of like, hey, this was a style choice.
Okay.
That's what I meant. Yeah.
Yeah, that,
It's
that
just
that
kind of
makes
like
sense.
them
That
taking
may
the
do.
high ground, or them being the bigger man, or just I don't know.
Yeah. I see what you're saying now.
Words, words.
Maybe. Who knows? Personally, I mean, you already directed it, so like,
Mhm.
and it's out there. So I guess as a
Yeah,
director, what the
yeah,
fuck?
because
What the fuck else can you say? Like, oh, they made
yeah,
me. Which this is very true for these kind of movies, not just DC but Marvel as well.
yeah. And
Um,
I think it's just because like it's just so much on its last day, and I think if people who are working on the DCU are just like, whatever, let's just finish this off.
yeah. So the reason we're talking about the DCU again is cuz there's an article on IGN. I guess it's an opinion piece kind of thing. And it reads the DCU keeps disappointing at the box office. Can James Gunn save it? And this comes on the heels of Blue Beetle not performing well at the box office, which is very disappointing. It was number one last weekend, I want to say, but this weekend it fell to third place, which sucks because I really enjoyed that one,
Yeah,
and I was hoping it would do
still,
better.
still Barbie still going strong.
Yeah, Barbie is going strong. I mean, they it's pretty much Warner Brothers number one
Yeah, I think
top
it's going to
top
beat out
grossing
her.
film now. And no,
Yeah.
it was because it was like building its way up there, and
Mhm.
before this weekend, it just had to dethrone Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part Two, I think it was.
Wow.
And yeah, and then it just did that. So now it's the number one top grossing film from Warner Brothers. Power to you, Barbie. Um, but yeah, so overall, Blue Beetle has done, I think, yeah, it's $41 million altogether, which is a flop essentially. Especially considering how much it cost to make. Let's see if I have numbers here. Um, no, I don't have them with me to see how much it was, but it's like disappointing DCU flick after DCE. Oh, I'm sorry, DCEU flick after DCEU flick. Uh, the Flash, for example, It cost around three. It had a budget of $300 million, and it made $268 million worldwide. And
Mhm.
it ended its theatrical release already, so you can rent it, I believe now. Um, so yeah, it just keeps getting hit after hit after hit, and so that's why they're asking, can James Gunn save it? I think that's like not really a fair question because I'm pretty sure yes, yeah, of course you can save it. Um,
But what did the
uh,
opinion piece say though? Like,
well, it's not like an opinion piece per se. They're just talking about, well, let's see, a new beginning, and this is what I was gonna bring up anyway.
mhm.
Gunn's new regime faces an immense expectations to. Sorry, it's just written weird. Gunn's new regime faces an immense expectation to bring the DCEU, of which the first set of films under Gunn will be part of what's being called Chapter One: Gods and Monsters, to the kind of nearly unwavering reputation the MCU has been afforded over the years. One that's translated to reliable box office numbers. So I guess they're talking about James Gunn's plan. That like he actually has a plan, which is a
It
good
sound
step. You know,
it sounds weird though. Like you should technically have a plan for your cinematic universe, but
you would think, yeah, like, oh, you don't say, really, a plan, yeah. And that's like first and foremost, like, all right, cool, they have a plan. This one's called that, blah blah blah. And also, if they let James Gunn do what James Gunn is gonna do, because I know, for the Snyderverse, for example, the studios got in the way and didn't let Snyder do his thing, and that's when it all like fell in shambles and stuff like that. So we'll see, um, when the when yeah, the new DCU takes place, like
Yeah.
how it fares and stuff. Hopefully, like if it starts off strong, they'll keep letting him do his thing. But if it's still
Mhm.
like floundering about, like, yeah, it might be like a repeat of things. There's also superhero fatigue, to take into consideration, because that is a thing, more or less. People are just kind of tired of like try to like just already seeing it type of superhero things, and the
Mhm.
fact that the DCU is like pretty much rehashing or rebranding everything, so it's kind of like a new start. So I just
Yeah.
hope that there's no more like origin stories and stuff like that, especially for the characters that we know already. It's like,
Well, I
let's just
heard Superman is gonna be more so like his childhood is that's what I heard.
yeah, that's what they had said at first, but then James Gunn said that it's not about his like childhood, which
Uh-huh.
led to
Or like
fans
his
like early days and stuff.
yeah, like when he moves into Metropolis from Smallville.
Let's see.
I think that's what because I could have sworn I read or heard
No, yeah,
something like
because that was the rumor, but then
that. Mhm.
Gunn said that, like, no, it's not his early years or something, and that's why people
Oh,
were upset. They're like, so then why did you recast Henry Cavill?
yeah.
That's what the whole thing was. Because
Okay.
that's one of the, they're like, okay, I guess it's fair for you to recast Cavill because you're talking about his early years, and then James Gunn's
Mhm.
like, I never said that. And so
Yeah.
they're gonna
Yeah.
argue, but in my opinion, yeah, like, just get rid of all the old actors and
Mhm.
just start fresh. Make
Mhm.
it not, and no like disrespect to the actors. Either you did your thing. Unfortunately, it didn't work. Not to your fault, but the studio getting in the way and yada yada yada. But yeah, to make this cinematic universe less messy, yeah, just start fresh. Just start from scratch. Just try, like, start with new actors. With the new hero. That way,
Mhm.
is like less messy, less muddy. That's why these last movies for the DCU have been flops. Because I mean, me and you, we've had this conversation before. It's like, why are we gonna go see it if it's a doomed project that's going nowhere, essentially?
Yeah. I mean, it's tough to say. It's tough to say. I mean, because did you watch Suicide Squad? James Gunn's Suicide Squad?
I did not know.
Oh, okay.
I have
Because
no
I
interest
didn't
in the
like
Suicide Squad.
yeah, I kind well, after the first one, yeah, I
Oh,
understand
I
why,
watched the
but
first one, unfortunately, yeah, yeah. But overall, I just have no interest in Suicide Squad. That's why I'm kind of mad that there's a Suicide Squad game coming out instead of like superheroes. But That's a conversation
Well,
for
they
another
are
day.
superhero. They're anti-superheroes.
Whatever. I don't want to play as a Suicide Squad. I don't give a shit about the Suicide Squad.
Well, anyway, I'm just saying we're talking about James Gunn's Suicide Squad, but like I didn't like it as much as I feel like other people did.
James Gunn's Suicide Squad.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Why is that?
So I don't know. I just it was very boring.
Okay.
Yeah, the first part of the movie started off strong, but as it started progressing, you just start losing interest.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That
Well,
sucks.
for me anyway, it just kind of
Right. Right.
I don't
Right. Right.
know. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, good luck, James Gunn. It just you have. I mean, you can't do any worse than TCU. There's that.
That's fair. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But like on the other hand, the projects that he announced for, I guess, the first phase, were kind of like what to like. I'm sorry, but I don't care about the early days of the Amazonians. Like I just don't care. Like
Oh, are you
I
talking about
get.
Wonder Woman?
Yeah, and
Okay, I
I
was like
get
Superman
where
and
well, I mean,
Amazonians.
yeah, yeah. Well, because Wonder Woman's not gonna come out, so it's a prequel set 100 years or something before Wonder
Mhm.
Woman, very Game of Thrones esque, which I like that idea, that like concept and stuff, but um, why?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, hopefully it'll work out.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
one thing,
Hopefully, there's a method to his madness for sure.
yeah, I hope one day I have this. I'm gonna speak it into existence, but Batman Beyond.
Oh my
I
god.
wish Terry McGinnis, someone
Uh,
would integrate him into the cinematic universe because I loved Batman Beyond,
yeah.
and I would love to see him on the big screen.
There was a rumor that we were going to have a Batman Beyond with Keaton's Bruce Wayne.
That's what I thought too. That's what I was
Yeah.
expecting. I think might have mentioned it, but it's like if Batman Beyond comes out in that movie, I will freak out. But I don't think it happened. But we'll see.
No, spoilers, it didn't.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, but
So it
yeah,
wasn't
only
all universes.
no, but it was a lot of them, and they probably shouldn't have been there, given how they gave them to us. It was bad. It
Mhm.
was
Oh,
bad. It
okay.
was cool, but it was
Not
bad.
bad. Cool
It's
but
like,
bad.
yeah, it's weird, but it's like, oh, cool. Ow. Oh, it's
It's
terrible
great,
CGI.
but it sucked.
Yeah, I
Kind of
mean,
makes
if
sense
you
with
don't
the
if you
guys.
don't care about spoilers, just like just Google it or
Mhm,
and you'll see what I'm talking about. Because like
mhm.
it's cool the different universes that came out, but the way they came out because of the terrible CGI, you're like, oh my god, it's like
So I guess it was the more of the CGI than is to blame.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Huh.
And besides the fact that one of the old Flash, I think no, I think it was one of the old Superman. One of those, I think it was Superman.
Mhm.
That the actor killed himself because this role brought him too much pain or something like that.
Oh my
A-
goodness gracious.
and this was yeah, this was like in the 60s or 70s. That's how long
Uh-huh.
ago it was. But
Oh, he killed himself in the 60s and 70s.
or like back, yeah, like way back then.
Okay. Well, I mean, it doesn't make it right. I don't know why
Yeah,
you
yeah,
made it
yeah.
sound
Like,
like that,
oh,
but I'm just
okay,
saying,
like he would have been
okay,
dead
he
by
killed
now.
himself in the 60s, 70s. That's before I was born. But no, I mean,
Yeah,
I just meant that like I thought because like the Flash, outside of what your thoughts, it's like it's right now it's kind of known to be a bad movie, and I thought that that might have like put him into some type of bad place, and I was just like,
no, no,
oh man,
it
that
didn't
sucks.
leave a sour taste in people's mouths though, because
Mhm,
like they included that Superman via CGI, so
mhm,
that's like that felt like an insult to his memory, especially when it was well known that it's because of this role that he inevitably like he just ended up committing suicide because of that role.
mhm.
And then what does this film do? Like, hey, let's add him to this film via terrible CGI.
Oh, that's
So
what
yeah,
that's
so it's like spitting on his grave essentially.
yeah.
Yeah, so it's like why? Like, okay, like no. And it's messy. But
Yeah.
yeah, so we have one more DCEU film, one that I don't think I'm gonna watch because I didn't care to watch the first one, and that is Aquaman. I think The Lost Kingdom is called. I'm not sure. I just don't care for it. I'll be honest. So essentially for me, I'm done with the DCU after Blue Beetle, and I'm okay with it. Are
So
you
wait,
gonna?
Aquaman. Oh wait, Aquaman is coming
Aquaman.
out. Aquaman. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
He's from
man.
Jamaica, man. He's from Jamaica, man. But no, like, wait. So Aquaman, there's gonna be Aquaman 2 coming out, which is part of the DCEU, and
Yeah,
James
mm,
Gunn's Aquaman is gonna also be in James Gunn's DCU.
I'm not sure about
Is that
that. That's how messy it is. Who
okay?
fucking
I'm
knows?
so confused on how this is gonna play out. I am guessing and I think Aquaman 2 is the last one, and I will just figure it out after that
Yeah, yeah.
because
So
I'm
it's the last
I'm just so
one.
confused what's part of what now. It's just like, wait, so because I thought Blue Beetle was supposed to be the first hero in the DCU.
He is, but
Okay, so
that
he
that
is.
that doesn't mean that
Okay.
Blue Beetle the movie is the first movie of the DCU. It's already so messy, but
Yeah,
that's
okay.
essentially what James Gunn said. Yeah, Blue Beetle is the first hero of the DCU, but the movie does not take place in the DCU. So it's like, wait, what the fuck are we doing here? Like,
Okay,
come
so
on, just like
they're trying to
now.
really MCU it with like Iron Man being the first one in MCU, Blue Beetle
Yeah,
somewhat like the armory type
yeah,
superhero.
yeah,
Okay.
but yeah. So Aquaman, it was delayed into next year. That movie's been done for like a year or two now.
Hmm.
Just put it out of its misery.
Yeah,
Like
let's put it out.
just let it flop already. Just
I'll-
just let it stream on the max, and let's just move on. Let's just jump into DCU and hope for the best. It's the best thing that you can do. But yeah. Oh, also, one of the alternate endings for the Flash, um, would have started the DCU or something like that,
oh, okay.
and they didn't do that.
That's what I thought it would have been because it sounded like
Yeah,
because
it,
they're just
it,
like
it
all these
makes the most.
universes coming out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it makes the most sense. And for some reason, it was scrapped, and they gave us the terrible ending. I'm not gonna spoil it, but it was just terrible.
Hmm.
Uh, it's like, why didn't you just give us that? Even if it was quote unquote bad for the scrapped ending, we at least know what's coming and why it's coming and stuff like that, and give us more answers. But they didn't because
Hmm.
who fucking knows. But yeah,
Who
we'll see if James Gunn can quote unquote save the DCU, which I'm guessing if the story's there, the audience is gonna follow. Hopefully,
Yeah, I'm a firm believer in that.
yeah. Just fucking clear up what you're gonna say, or like
Hmm.
clear up your movies or like what takes place in this universe, and like just make it clear. Don't go like, okay, yeah, this takes place here, but like no, it's just like we're starting fresh. Come on,
Yeah.
wipe
Yeah.
it clean.
Yeah.
All right.